When we think of equatorial Africa, we think of colossal, statuesque elephants roaming the savanna. But in the wooded areas of what used to be known as the French Congo, there is another much smaller breed of these animals. A rare subspecies of pygmy or dwarf elephants known as the forest elephants of Gabon. The Republic of Gabon lies on top of the equator on the Atlantic coast of Africa. It is roughly the size of the state of Colorado and has a population of about 1.25 million people. Numerous rivers, lagoons, and marshes form part of the Petit Loango Wild Animal Sanctuary, a 500 square kilometer area of pristine tropical rainforest on the southwest coast of Gabon, a secure refuge for many different species. This mangrove swamp runs parallel to the shore and leads us deep into the animal sanctuary through a maze of waterways. The forest harbors over 300 different species of birds. This toucan-beaked creature is a pied hornbill. His cousin, the red-billed dwarf hornbill, also has a toucan-shaped bill, although his is bright orange. Reichenbach's sunbird is about the size of a sparrow and lives off the nectar in the tree blossoms. Hidden in the leaves at the edge of this swamp is an extremely rare animal that is on the endangered species list. At first sight, it looks like a wooden log, until it suddenly comes alive and we see that it is an African dwarf crocodile. Like an echo of the heart of darkness, there's an unearthly cry. Something is moving in the undergrowth. It's a chimpanzee that had been looking for fruit fallen on the forest floor when it was disturbed by our approach. Some much heavier creatures are now trampling towards us. These are the forest elephants, unique to this part of the world. They are also known as dwarf or pygmy elephants because they are quite small by the standards of the regular African elephant of the savanna, which is renowned for its enormous size. Like all members of its species, the forest elephant's long trunk is an all-in-one grasping, drinking, squirting, broadcasting, and smelling tool. Smelling is particularly important for the forest elephant because it has relatively poor eyesight and compensates for this with a highly developed sense of smell. It can detect the scent of food or water several hundred meters away. On this occasion, it appears to have detected the scent of our camera crew. Elephants consume vast quantities of food, as much as 150 kilograms a day. This is because most of what they eat passes almost undigested through their bodies due to their relatively small intestinal systems. Their diet consists of grass, fruit, and forest foliage. This is a matriarchal society, where herds are always led by the females. The matriarch sets the herd's direction and pace, and the rest of the elephants follow, spreading out and feeding when she feeds, leaving off and closing up when she walks on. Although some elephant herds have been known to number up to 1,000 animals, the largest so far observed in Gabon consisted of only 15. To compare the forest elephants of Gabon with their larger cousins, the African savanna elephants, we visit some of these huge creatures in the Amboseli National Park in Kenya. The standard African elephant, Loxodonta africana, is the largest land animal in the world, the true king of the beasts. These titans live mainly on the savanna in various parts of both Central and Southern Africa, notably in Kenya, Tanzania, and Botswana. The forest elephants, on the other hand, as their name implies, are confined to the tropical rainforests of Central Africa. In these two overlapping maps, we can contrast the habitats of the two subspecies of African elephant. If we compare the size of the forest elephant with that of the savanna elephant, we find that the latter stands a good 3.5 meters high and weighs about 6 tons. The forest elephant, on the other hand, only averages 2.5 meters tall and weighs half as much, about 3 tons. There are other differences. The savanna elephant has large, square ears, whereas the forest elephant's ears are oval in shape. The tusks of the savanna elephant are thick and long and curl upwards, whereas the forest elephant's tusks are much shorter and straighter. Why is the forest elephant so much smaller than the savanna elephant? It's purely a question of environment. In the dense forest, a smaller body makes it much easier to move around, whereas on the savanna, there is all the space in the world. Although the forest elephant is smaller, it still weighs a solid 3 tons and needs to consume its 150 kilograms of fodder each day. In order to achieve this feat, it spends more than 15 hours out of the 24 doing nothing else but eating. One of its favorite meals is the bark of the more than 30 different species of trees that grow on the Petit Luango Wild Animal Sanctuary. Mother and baby are drinking water and taking a shower at the same time. Pools of rainwater have collected on the forest floor, a convenient drinking fountain for the pygmy elephants who need to take in more than 100 liters of liquid each day. The forest elephant has a gestation period of 22 months. The baby weighs about 100 kilograms at birth. By the age of 3 months, the calf can eat grass but will continue to drink its mother's milk until it is 3 or 4 years old. Elephant apron strings are very strong. Throughout this period, the calf will never leave its mother's side. Even at the age of 9, the young elephant will still spend half its time within a few yards of its mother. The tender, loving care that elephants lavish on their young is one of their most endearing qualities.